and all hell is breaking out along the German lines. As Bauerbank and his troops surged forwards across the frozen ground, a barrage of smoke slammed into the German front line, creating a perfect smokescreen. But the Germans were not entirely silent. The crackle of machine gun fire spit from the trench, the rounds zipping through the smoke-filled air. The fire, however, was panicked and ultimately ineffective. Thanks to the diversionary attack by the Canadian 18th and 19th Battalions to the north, most of the German fire was directed elsewhere. This is where the first part of their training paid off. The prior weeks spent prowling after dark in no man's land and memorizing the terrain allowed the raiders to reach their entry points in the German trenches with flawless accuracy. Within moments, troops from the first wave, covered in snow, poured over the parapet and dropped silently into the German trench. The scene that met them was one of utter chaos. To the terrified Germans, the zigzagging trench now became a maze of smoke, explosions, and ghosts appearing from nowhere. But for the Canadians, it was familiar ground. This was the brutal choreography they had practiced for weeks on a full-scale, perfect replica of these very trenches, built behind their own lines. They knew every turn, every dugout, every blind corner, and this knowledge allowed them to move ruthlessly through the mayhem. There was no time for the considered aim of a rifle here. The work was done at arm's length. A raider would round the zigzagged corner and come face to face with a terrified German. The fight would be over in a second with the swing of a heavy, nail-studded club or the thrust of a bayonet. It was primal. It was savage. But this was not just random violence.